Biden with a ridiculous attempt to blame Republicans for America's deadly drug crisis. Biden tweeting, quote, MAGA House Republican proposals would slash funding for border security, a move that could allow nearly 900 pounds of fentanyl into our country. We need more resources to secure the border, not less. And now Republicans are firing back.
He's just full of you-know-what. Honestly, does he believe that Americans are going to buy the fact that Republicans who have been screaming and stomping and going to the border for the last several years are actually looking to cut Border Patrol agents? If you look at the president's own budget, he's only adding 100 Border Patrol agents. We need more than 2,000. Under this administration,
the Democrats don't think there's a problem, and they're not going to do anything to try to solve it. They just really don't want to solve the issue.
So, Jesse, I think this was the definition of gaslighting. They smear Border Patrol agents, and they're really wanting more agents so that they can just process more people, not to actually patrol the border.
It's like Republicans want to defund the police. This guy has been in Washington for, what, 40 years? Never been to the border. It explodes under his watch, and he blames the Republican Party. And he lies right out into everyone's face. And the rest of the media doesn't even say anything about it. The rest of the media doesn't want to care. They don't think. They don't even go to the border unless Trump has someone in a cage that, Biden built himself. I'm sick of this guy lying about Republicans and not doing anything to fix this country's problem. That's why everybody hates politicians, because they're all talk and no action.
Well, when the president was in Canada, he also kept lying about the number of border crossings. Take a listen.
Since we created dedicated pathways in the United States, the number of migrants arriving on our southern border has dropped precipitously. And I commend Canada for stepping up with a similar program, opening new legal pathways for up to 15,000 migrants to come to Canada from countries in the Western Hemisphere.
Judge, your jaw is almost on the floor.
It is almost on the floor. I mean, first of all, he says that now Republicans want to slash funding for the border. And the amazing part of it is that if you look at what's going on at the border, 4.4 million people have come to the border since he's been president, okay, which is a 110% increase over the prior administration. But the greatest part of it is that the drugs that are being seized are minuscule compared to the number of people coming in. So you had 1.1 million drug seizures in the first year, and now we're down to 600,000 drug seizures with 4.4 million people coming in. I mean, it's an inverse ratio. And then the guy who never went to the border for 47 years now wants to talk about the Republicans wanting to reduce the number of Border Patrol. That's ridiculous, because he asked for this number because he wants more people to come in. The Republicans asked for this number, and they're being reasonable about it. So he says, they want to slash mine. No, we don't want to slash yours. We want a reasonable number. And then on the issue of fentanyl, cracks me up. The president says, the Republicans are going to allow 900 more pounds of fentanyl to come in. The amazing part is the first time that Biden ever said that fentanyl kills was in July of 2022. He couldn't even get the words out of his mouth, and now he wants to blame the Republicans. He's gaslighting, which is so polite.
Jessica.
So the Republicans have a Freedom Caucus problem. Until they put out their own budget, which McCarthy can't do because he's promised everything to a bevy of lunatics within his party, he's stuck with the fact that the only proposals for the budget are coming from a different kind of Republican who do want to slash 2,000 border jobs. They want to cut back. They want smaller government. That's what the Freedom Caucus is about. So those are the numbers.
The Freedom Caucus, you're saying, right now,
according to their
wants
proposal,
to reduce the number of Border Patrol agents. You're saying that?
I am saying that.
Border Patrol agents, you're saying the Republican Party.
It's border staff, and it's the Freedom Caucus.
Border staff.
I'm just saying, if you don't want ads that say that Republicans want to cut Social Security and Medicare, put out your budget that makes it clear to the American public that you are not going to touch their entitlements. Put your values on the line, Kevin McCarthy. Don't let the Freedom Caucus speak for you, because you are going to get ad after ad after ad about what they're proposing.
So they claim it's Border Patrol agents, but it's really border staff.
Are you saying, though, that the Democrats would prefer more Border Patrol agents? Because I hear that's racist. I mean, I'm sure if the Republicans were pushing that, it would be just another sign of a xenophobic Republican Party. But I love it when they talk about how much fentanyl they captured, right? It's like completely meaningless without the denominator. It's like that's the bottom part of the fraction. If you don't remember, Jesse, I'll help you later.
It's like I confiscated 16 beers for my son's party.
Yes, there were 17,000 beers. But it's like, it's like we confiscated 200 pounds of fentanyl. Out of 250, that's pretty good. But 200 about 10,000, that's wrong. I do think that we're moving towards some kind of solution with the drug thing. We're going to have some direct contact with the cartels, militarily, and even possibly politically. Who knows? They're running the country. The stuff is way too easy to transport. What you confiscate will not matter because it's minuscule, and that's the price of doing business, right? So they just make more. They're easier to make than Doritos. So I think that is going to be a thing. And then I think we will have to, and I see it happening, the restrictions on legal opiates are going to fall because you need to reduce the demand on street drugs.
Okay.
Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Kilmeade. I want you to do me a favor. I want you to click to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page. This is the only way that I know for sure that you're not going to miss any great commentary, any great news bites, any great interviews coming your way on Fox. You can get it all here on YouTube. So subscribe right now.